Greetings, fellow Thulians. Today I'm going to show you how the Game Master can create or find out if there are any adventure sites in an unexplored hex. Of course, Thistle Greenbottle has spotted the hexes around him, but he now decides to travel into it. We will ignore the movement points and perhaps even random encounters and everything today, because we're going to focus on how to create adventure sites. When Thistle Greenbottle travels into an unexplored hex and the Game Master has not created the map and all the adventure sites beforehand, he can just use this table. And as you can tell, an adventure site is only found in an open hex on a roll of 1. So we see if there are any adventure sites here. No. There are no adventure sites discovered by him when he travels into the hex. However, in order to clear the hex, that is, turn the status of the hex into a cleared hex, Thistle Greenbottle needs to explore the hex properly to find out if there indeed are any adventure sites there and to see if the area is actually safe. And in order to do so, he has to spend 30 movement points in that hex, which of course means that he walks around inside it and searches every creak and corner. And when he has spent 30 movement points, which of course will take a few days, we cast another d6 to see if there are any adventure sites. And lucky me, there is an adventure site. Thistle Greenbottle, whilst exploring the adventure site, has discovered something. When an adventure site is discovered, the Game Master can of course just make up something, or he can use one of these suggested adventure sites. And we see he's in an open hex, so I'm going to cast a die to see what this table suggests for an adventure site in that hex. 17, so he found a sacrificial altar. And when you find an adventure site, it automatically means that you also have a random encounter. So we flip some pages over to the random encounter section. We pretend it's daytime. We cast a die to see what type of creature inhabits that area with a sacrificial altar. A nymph, that is a d6 nymphs, 2 nymphs, and they are shy. In other words, when Thistle Greenbottle arrives, they will try to avoid him. And now the problem with my example of an adventure site here is that nymphs aren't really a problem. And according to the rules, you have to clear the adventure site in order to turn the hex into a cleared hex. But a Game Master has a brain, and he will be able to tell that, okay, there is an adventure site there, but it's not a dangerous adventure site, so he will turn the status of the hex into a cleared hex anyway. However, once a hex has been cleared, and it is not completely surrounded by other cleared hexes, the Game Master can cast a d12 every month to see if the hex has been reclaimed by the creatures of Thule, which of course returns the status of the hex from cleared to visited. And if that happens, any adventure sites in that hex will be reclaimed too. And in this case, I would say that if the hex was reclaimed, maybe some nasty monsters actually took the adventure site for themselves, instead of the nice nymphs. The status of a hex as a cleared hex is important for several reasons. First of all, if a cleared hex is entered, there is instead a 1 in 12 chance for a random encounter instead of a 1 in 6. So cleared hexes are safer to enter. And when you start playing with the expert rules, you have to clear a hex before you can found a settlement in the hex. And to sum it up, a Game Master can create adventure sites on the fly using the random charts, You can also create the map to a large degree on the fly, and also when he, for example, now enters a new hex, you can start rolling die to see again if he spots any adventure sites when he enters the hex, and if he spots any adventure sites when he explores the hex. And you can keep doing that until you die from old age. Now, if you find a really nice adventure site, a huge cavern complex, or a castle, or an ancient tower, you can of course clear it for monsters and take it for yourself, and use it as a base of operations.